looking kinda cute. Hey, in that polka dot bikini, girl. Hey, this what I wanna do. Take off that.
Hey guys, California here, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make these wicked cute crochet summer festival bikini tops. Now these are one of my own personal patterns that I've created myself that I'm sharing with you, so I hope you guys love it. I hope you enjoy it. Please comment below, let me know what you think of this tutorial and if it was of service to you. And like this video, subscribe to my channel for more awesome crochet tutorials. And feel free to ask me to do any other crochet tutorials you have in mind that you would like to know how to make. And as always guys, please feel free to click the link below and find out how I actually make a full-time income working from home and how I'm able to stay at home with my son and crochet all day because I make my own hours, work for myself, make my own income, and I'm teaching other moms and crocheters out there to learn how they can do the same. So click the link below or feel free to connect with me on Facebook. My link will also be down below. You can just connect with me personally, let me know what's going on and how I can be of service to you. So thank you so much for watching guys, and please enjoy this tutorial. I'm going to be using a size 3.25 millimeter hook. The yarn I'm going to be using is Cascade Yarns Ultra Pima 100% Pima cotton. This yarn is very nice and soft, and you can wash it and dry it, get it wet, so it's perfect for bikinis. So we're going to start off by doing 18 chains. Now making this bikini for a size B, bra size B. Now if you're going to do it for an A, do 16 chains. For a size C, do 20, and for a size D, do 22. So now we're going to skip the last 3 chains and we're going to do a double crochet into the 4th chain from the hook. And we're going to do a double crochet into each chain until we get all the way to the end of the last chain. Now once we get to our last chain, we're going to do 2 double crochets into that same chain, and this is going to become our increase. Oops. And then you're going to chain 1 and then do 2 more double crochets into that same chain 1 space. And as you're doing this, you want to make sure that you keep your stitches nice and tight. You don't want it to be loose fitting. Okay, so now we're going to go back down doing double crochets, and as I do this, I like to take my tail end and do my crochets into it so that I don't have to sew it in at the end. So we go to the next chain right here. So we're just going to continue to do double crochets into each chain, going all the way down to the end. Now once we've made it down to the end with our double crochets, we're going to chain 3, turn our work around, and start doing double crochets back into each stitch, going all the way back to the other end. So continue to do your double crochets all the way to this stitch. Okay, so we did our double crochets all the way to the top, and now we're back to where our chain 1 space is. So what are we going to do? We're going to do an increase. So do 2 double crochets in that chain 1 space. Chain 1. And then 2 more double crochets into that same chain 1 space. And then we're going to continue to go back down into each stitch doing our double crochets till we get all the way back to the end. Okay, so I did my double crochets all the way back to the end, and this is what your product should look like so far. It's starting to look pretty good. Okay, so now we're going to do 7 more rows, exactly how we just did these rows. So you want to have a total of 9 rows. So you're going to chain 3, turn your work around, double crochet back to the top. When you get to the chain 1 space, double crochet 2, chain 1, double crochet 2, and then double crochet all the way back down. So do that for 7 more times, a total of 9 rows. If you're doing a size A bikini, do a total of 7 rows. A size C, do a total of 11 rows, and a size D, a total of 13 rows. Okay, so now I finished my 9 rows of double crochets. Now I'm not exactly positive on the sizes, so just measure it on yourself or on another bikini the same size that you want to make it as to see how big you want to make it, make sure it fits. This is just kind of an ideal size that I use for myself. So once we've done our 9 rows, we're going to chain 5, and then turn our work around, and we're going to skip the first 3 stitches, 1, 2, 3, and we're going to single crochet into the 4th stitch, and then we're going to chain 4, single crochet into the 3rd stitch, so skip 2, single crochet into the 3rd, and then chain 4, single crochet into the 3rd stitch, and we're going to keep doing that all the way to the end. In the first one we only do chain 5, skip the first 3, and then the rest is chain 4, skip 2. Okay, so I did that all the way to the top, and then once we get to here, we're going to just chain 2, and then we're going to do the increase in the chain 1 space and do, again, 2 double crochets, chain 1, and 2 double crochets into the same space. And then chain 2, and then just skip the first stitch and go into the next one. And then chain 4, single crochet into the 3rd stitch, and continue to do the same thing, going all the way down to the end. So then we're going to chain 5, and single crochet into the last stitch of the row. And then we're going to turn our work around, and we're going to slip stitch into the chain 5 loop, and then you're going to chain 5 again, single crochet into the next chain 4 loop, chain 4 again, single crochet into the next chain 4 loop, and then keep doing that all the way to the top. So we made it to the top, and now we're going to chain 2, and then again do 2 double crochets into the chain 1 space for our increase, and then chain 1 and 2 more double crochets. And then chain 2, single crochet into the next space, and then chain 4 and single crochet into the next space, and continue to do the same all the way down, and then we're going to do 1 more row the exact same way. Okay, so this is what your bikini should look like so far. So once you get to this point, you're going to turn your work around and do 5 single crochets into the chain 5 space. And then go to the next chain 4 space and do 5 single crochets. And then do the same in the next space. So in each chain 4 space, do 5 single crochets. So I've made it to the top, and I'm just going to do 3 single crochets into this chain 2 space, and then do a single crochet into the next top of the double crochet, and then another single crochet into the next double crochet, and then 1 single crochet into the chain 1 space. And then we're going to chain 130. And then once you've done 130 chains, you're going to skip the last chain and do single crochets going all the way down into every single chain until you get back to this point. Okay, so we've now formed our strap with our single crochets. And now when we get back to here, we're going to do our single crochet back into this chain 1 space. And then our single crochets into the 2 next stitches right here, and then 3 single crochets into the chain 2 space, and then continue to do your 5 single crochets into each chain 4 space all the way down to the end. Okay, so I made it down to the end, and now we are finished with our first part, and we're going to cast off, and then go ahead and make a second one of these, and we will finish the rest of the bikini. So now that we finished our second part, we're not going to cast off. We're going to chain 3, and we're going to start working double crochets all the way along the bottom. So just find the stitches through here to form your row of double crochets. And continue to do your double crochets all the way to the other end of the bikini. Okay, so now we've worked our double crochets all the way to the end. And we want it to be facing down this way. Make sure that it's the front. You can tell that this is the front of the bikini. And so then we're going to chain 3, and we're going to attach the other part of the bikini top. We're going to make sure that it's facing down with this part front. And we're going to start doing our double crochets in the bottom of this part, just like we did with the other side. And I'm going to work in this loose tail end so that I don't have to sew it in at the end. And so just work the double crochets into each stitch, going back down along the end of this part of the bikini. Okay, so we have made our double crochets, and this is what it looks like so far. So then we're going to chain 3, and we're going to turn our work around, and then continue to do another row of double crochets into each stitch. Okay, so once you get to this point, you're going to do your double crochets into these chains. So that the bikini can be put together as one. And so you just continue to do your double crochets to complete this row. And you know guys, the thing I love about crocheting is that I can crochet whenever I want. Because I work from home, and so I work for myself. I don't work for somebody else. I make my own hours, make my own income, and then I crochet on the side and teach others how to crochet at the same time. So it's pretty cool. So when you guys are done making your beautiful bikinis at the end of this video, make sure you click the link below if you're interested in what I do and how I can teach you to do it too. Okay guys, so we're going to finish this row, and then we're going to do one more row of double crochets. So now that we've done our third row of double crochets, we're going to chain 5, turn our work around, and skip to the 4th stitch. So the 4th stitch from the chain, and do a single crochet, then chain 5, skip 3 stitches, go into the 4th stitch with a single crochet, chain 5, skip 3 stitches, go into the 4th stitch with a single crochet. Okay, so I've done that all the way to the end, and this is what it will look like. And so now we're going to turn our work around, and we're going to do 2 slip stitches into these chains, like so. So 1, and then 2, and then do a single crochet going into the loop, and then chain 5, and then single crochet into the next loop. And so we're going to continue to chain 5 and single crochet, and so it's going to start to form like this so that we can form the V of the bikini part. And so we're going to keep doing the same thing. We're going to go all the way down, oops, to the other end, and then once we get there, when we turn around, we want to do 2 slip stitches into the chains, and then single crochet, and then chain 5, and going back and forth. And as we're doing this, it's going to be dropping one of the chain 5 chain spaces, so it's going to be getting less and less. So keep doing that until you get down to nothing. Okay, so I finished my little V part flap thing. So this is what it should look like, coming down all the way to the end, where you have one little section here. So hopefully yours looks just the same. So now we're going to do the fun part and put on the beads. After you finish that, make sure you cast off, and then you're going to put about 30 beads, put them on your yarn. I'm using brown beads like so. So I'm doing about 30. You may have to do more if you did a different size bikini, or maybe just put on a few extra just in case so that you have enough. So we're going to take our bikini, make sure it's facing frontwards, the front part, and turn it to the side. So we're going to start off right here. So we're going to start off by doing a slip stitch right into here. And then we're going to do 15 chains. And then we're going to bring up one of our beads. And we're going to do a chain to hold it in place, and then do 15 more chains. And then we're going to go ahead and do 4 single crochets into this space here. One, And then we're going to do 4 single crochets into the next space. So that's what it'll look like. And then go ahead and we're going to just do like a slip stitch into this stitch here. And then we're going to do 15 chains. And then we're going to slide up our next bead and do a chain to lock it in place. And then do 15 more chains. And then go back down here. And then start doing 4 single crochets into the next space. And then 4 single crochets into the next space. So that's what it looks like so far. And so we're just going to continue to do this. Continue to do 15 chains, bring up a bead, 15 more chains, and we're going to do it all the way to the end here, and then all the way back. Okay, so I've now finished the rest of my beads, and this is what it looks like. It might be a little tangled and crazy, but it should look just as good as this. So now that we've made it all the way to the other part, we're going to start to form the straps. So we're just going to do about like 9 or 10 single crochets along right here. So just go ahead, starting into each stitch, doing a single crochet until you do about either 9 or 10. Okay, so I did 9 single crochets. So then just chain 1, turn back around, and go back across, doing another row of single crochets. And so we're just going to do a total of 6 rows of single crochets. 6 rows of 9 single crochets. And then just turn back around, chain 1, and do your next row. So just do a total of 6. Okay, so I've done my 6 rows of single crochets, and now we're going to start to decrease. So chain 1, turn around and skip the first stitch, and single crochet into the next stitch, and then continue to single crochet along. And once we get to the other end, we're going to skip the second to last single crochet. So we're going to skip this one and then single crochet into the last one. And then chain 1, turn our work around, and then we're just going to do a regular row of single crochets all the way across. In this row, we're not going to do a decrease. And so we're going to do a decrease in every other row. Sorry, that's my baby in the background. Okay, and then chain 1, turn our work around, and then decrease, so skip the first stitch, single crochet into the next stitch, continue to go across, single crochets, skip the second to last stitch, single crochet into the next, and then chain 1, turn our work around, and do a row of just single crochets. And so just do an decrease in every other row. Okay, so now that we've gotten down to this much, just 2 stitches, we're going to start to just do chains. So we're going to do about, I'd say 130 or 150 chains, your choice. And we're just going to, once we do all of our chains, we're going to skip the first chain and single crochet into the next stitch, and we're just going to do single crochets going all the way back down So once you do 130 chains, do your single crochets into each chain, and then come back down to here and just slip stitch in there and fasten off so that your strap can be completed. Okay, so I've done my single crochets all the way down my 150 chains, and this is my string. So once you get back down to this end, just do a slip stitch into the next single crochet space, and then just snip off your end, fasten off, and then you're going to go ahead and do the same exact thing on the other side for the second strap, and then we'll see how our finished product comes out. Here is our finished product, guys. Now, I hope yours looks just as amazing and fabulous as mine. This is what it looks like, and I hope yours looks the same, and I think it is just amazing, and it's going to look so good on whoever it's for. Thank you guys so much for watching, and please be sure to like this video, comment below, please let me know what you think, and subscribe for more awesome crochet tutorials, and let me know if you guys have any crochet ideas that you'd like me to show you how to make. And don't forget to click the link below and find out how I make a living working from home. Alright guys, thanks so much for watching. Have a nice day.